When I jump on YouTube here to learn even more about this SEO stuff, search engine optimization, website design, and what it really takes to get a local business's Google business profile pushed into that three pack of Google, where the vast majority of their leads are going to come for that potential business owner. You run into a lot of technical jargon, you run into a lot of technical talk, a lot of terminology that quite honestly just confuses the hell out of me. There's one right now that I'm really looking into. Is called topical relevance and topical authority. Apparently, this is super important when it comes to pushing a business profile into the three pack of Google. In this video, I want to share with you guys exactly what it is, how to prove to Google your topical relevance and topical authority to get you into that three pack of Google. What's up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping local contractors, home services, and local businesses to understand the internet, SEO, website design, to get their business found on Google and generate leads for their business. So in this video, I want to talk about something called topical relevance, topical authority. Sometimes I get it. I can't even say it because it's so damn technical. And what exactly that is something that I'm learning more and more about when it comes to, ranking websites, pushing Google business profiles to the top of the search results. And apparently, this is what Google looks for on a website and a business to prove to its search engine that you basically know your shit. Basically, what I tell people now, all topical authority is and topical relevance is basically, do you know your shit when it comes to your service and the business that you provide in your location? And that's all Google's looking for. And the way that you prove it is by the way you built out your website, how you structure out the website, how you optimize it, how you SEO optimize all the crap on that website. That's how Google looks for it. That's what it's looking for on these websites when it's crawling them online. And one of the ways that I discovered it pretty much by accident. Like I said, I've been building out websites for a long time, and I've always built out websites in ways where I try to make it informative to the potential customer. It doesn't matter if it's a deck builder website. The central theme of the websites, I build out decks in a particular town. We build wood decks, we build composite decks, we do deck repairs, we do deck railing. You know what I mean? And all those pages would always connect to the home page. And what I was doing by accident was building topical authority or topical relevance to deck builder, and then the surrounding pages connected to that site would build and prove to Google that basically I knew my shit when it comes to deck building in that particular town. And that's why some of these pages and these websites would rank without me really understanding what was going on. And that's exactly what Google's looking for, the algorithm, the machines, the crawlers, whatever you might be. It's trying to mimic the human behavior. And at the end of the day, it still is a stupid machine that just crawls pages. When these machines crawl your pages and your website and the way that you structure it and the way it's designed, you're proving to Google that, yeah, I know my stuff when it comes to this service. So I want to share with you guys exactly the way you should be structuring your websites. Because like I said, I keep learning more and more and more about this stuff. And the way I've been doing it before was always good, but I'm taking it to the next level based on the Google business profile that business is set up with, and how nowadays what I'm going to start to be doing is trying to match the website, the pages on the website, the content on the website to more or less kind of blend in with the information that you set up on your Google business profile, kind of mesh them all in one. So when people look up that particular service in that location, your website and your Google business profile, more importantly, the Google business profile, have a better tendency of climbing up the search results. So let me share with you guys topical relevance, how you should structure your website going forward with what I'm learning. And if things change, of course, I'm going to change these things as well. But let me show you exactly what I got going on so far. So before I begin, I want to share with you guys an example of how I accidentally did topical relevance, topical authority for a website many, many years ago, completely by accident. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But for those of you who didn't know, I don't know, it's been a long time. I remember trying to sell dry erase workout calendars. I've always been into working out and stuff like that. But I wanted to sell these dry erase workout calendars, and I was selling them online, doing them here. I'd sell a few here and there every month. But I wanted to find a way to get people to find my dry erase calendars that they can use so they can buy them. And my idea was, why don't I build out a website where people can print out popular workout schedules of the popular workouts that were happening at that time? And this is exactly what I did. And I built out this website, not really knowing what the hell I was doing. I built it on WordPress. It took me an eternity to build it. I didn't know jack shit about SEO. And I just built it in hopes that people would find it. And believe it or not, people found it. And I remember getting tons and tons of traffic from it. And I ended up making more money just off placing ads on the website rather than actually selling the damn calendars that I was trying to sell. But to this day, now it doesn't make that much money because people print these web calendars all over the place now. But if you type in printable workout calendar onto Google right now, today, my website's still right here. And some of my images that I created years and years ago are still sitting here. These are all mine. And it's crazy that it's still there, but there's the website right here. So in essence, what I did was I built out a website where people can print out a blank workout calendar. So that was the main theme of my website. So here's my website that I built many, many years ago. And here's all these blank calendars that people can create, click on, and print out. So then my idea was, you know what? There's a lot of trainers out there and a lot of people are selling programs. Why don't I look up their workouts, pre-write all the workouts on those calendars so they can print those out? People are going to be looking for this. And this is the way I did it. So I structured out pages for this trainer, Tony Horton, this trainer, Sean T, this trainer, Autumn Calabrese. And I just went on like this. And then from there, I branched off and I did specific workouts based on that particular trainer. Do you see what I mean by this? So then people go, they know this guy and go and look out. There's a workout calendar with the information from her workout already pre-written on there. So all they have to do is print it out. So what I did on accident, like I said, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I built out a website where it's about workout calendars. And then I built out pages talking about all these other trainers with their workouts. And then those trainers' workouts branched out into other pages with their workouts. So what I did was I knew my shit when it came to workout calendars and schedules. So Google rewarded me and placed my website towards the top of the search results. And I remember getting like 1,000 visits every single day with this damn website in its prime. So it was pretty damn incredible. So what am I leading with this? Why am I explaining this to you guys right here? Because this is how you should build out your website. And it doesn't matter that the industry you're in, you should build it out in a way where you prove to Google that you know your shit. And now the crazy thing that I am discovering is that Google is flat out telling you how they want you to build the website. This is exactly how you should structure. This is basically they're going, hey, this is how we want you to build out your website in order to push your business profile to the top of the search results. So how does Google tell you how you should build out your website? So I'm just going to type in something like junk removal in Austin, Texas, right? If I type that in, I have a plugin called GMB Everywhere. Then what it does is it shows me all of the categories of these business listings in these top search results. So for junk removal, you're going to see right here, obviously their main category is junk removal. And then they have subcategory, which I call secondary categories: debris removal, service establishment, garbage collection service, recycling center, waste management services. You got this one here, is junk removal, debris removal, dumpster rental. You can see some of these typical services these junk removal business owners end up selecting on their Google Business Profile. And in every industry's got all of them. They all do the same thing, whether it's a window cleaning, a carpet cleaning, a paving contractor, concrete contractor. They have different categories. You should select a primary category and then select secondary categories related to your industry. So once you've selected all of those categories, your main category, your primary category, and then the secondary categories, then what Google does when you look up on your Google Business Profile, you're going to see them right here highlighted. See, this is going to be, for example, this is a paving contractor. This is their primary category is paving contractor right here. It's their primary. And then what Google does is it gives you a bunch of services that you can do, that you can describe and you can mention underneath paving contractor. Same thing for the concrete contractor, same thing for the road construction, same thing for the asphalt contractor, and I put it in there twice for some reason on accident. Anyways, that's what Google does. And it's the same thing in any industry. So if you're a junk removal business owner, it's going to be your primary categories, junk removal service. Your subcategory is going to be debris removal. Another one could be garbage collection service or garbage waste management service, dumpster rental if they do something like that. And then what Google tells you is like, okay, these are your secondary categories. Tell me the services underneath each one of those categories that you provide. So you see what I'm saying? Google's telling you, this is how I want you to build your page based on what you placed on your Google Business Profile. So this is why from this point forward, and like I said, I've been doing this on my website builds, but I've been doing it on accident. And now that I'm learning more and more and more about it, I'm like, now it's going to be more intentional. And now I'm going to build out even more pages on websites going forward to really show Google topical relevance, topical authority, to show Google that you know your shit. So let me show you exactly my new template design, my new structure of building out websites from this point forward. So here's my template, completely redone, redesigned, restructured to follow this new format to prove to Google your topical relevance, your topical authority. And the link's going to be in the description. You guys can take a look at this exact URL and the navigation of how I structured these sites now and going forward, so you guys can really get an understanding, because I wish somebody would have explained it to me this way with a good understanding of how this thing's supposed to be outlined. So first of all, this is how your website should be kind of like outlined and structured. Like I said, I'm going to have a PDF for this as well. You guys can print it out so you guys can check it. Sometimes it's better to print it out because it keeps you away from the damn computer screen and get distracted. So you can kind of really look at it and see, okay, this is how I'm going to structure my website with building it out. So it's really telling Google that I know my stuff when it comes to my service and my location. So this is how you should structure it. But let's go back to the website and how I built it out. So here's my new template, my new design, my new structure of the site. Like I said, you guys can click on it and take a look at it. It just took me hours and hours and hours to build it out. So here it is. We are the best Google Business Profile primary category in your town. That is the main theme of your website. The central focus of your website should be your primary category that you set up on your Google Business Profile. And you can see that I repeated to show it on here. We are awesome at service GBP primary category in the location. We are top dogs in Google Business Profile primary category expert services, and these are some of the services that we provide. Now, what you've noticed here is on here, this is a secondary Google Business Profile category number 1, secondary Google Business Profile category number 2, secondary Google Business Profile category number 3. So let's go back to the example of the paving contractor. So I am the best paving contractor in Paso Robles, California. Now, my secondary category, not only am I a good paving contractor, I'm an awesome asphalt contractor. So my secondary category that matches the Google Business Profile, I'm an awesome asphalt contractor in Paso Robles, California. Secondary category number 2, I do road construction in Paso Robles, California. So then this would be my next service page category is going to go on here. My third one, let's say it's concrete contractor. I'm a paving contractor, but I also do concrete contractor. And here is my category underneath here. And then I also added pages for like major services that you might do. For example, let's say you are a junk removal business owner. Maybe you do a lot of commercial junk removal. So you add a page for that. Maybe you remove appliances, you do a page for that. Furniture removal, you do a page for that. But then what you'll notice is when you go through here on the services, these branch out into 5 additional categories under this main Google Business Profile. So it keeps branching out, right? And it does the same thing on this page here. So when we go to this page, let's pretend this is asphalt contractor in Paso Robles, California. Now, not only did we just branch off from the main homepage, we branched off from paving contractor now to asphalt contractor. Now we branched off, and now under that category, we've branched out even further. So as an asphalt contractor, I do asphalt driveways, I do asphalt parking lots, I do asphalt overlays, I do asphalt repairs, I do asphalt seal coating, I do asphalt striping. Do you see what I mean? And then these pages will branch off into this one. So sub GMB category 1, page 1. You see this? And then each one of these pages links right back to this page. So what you're doing is you're creating like silos of information. So I'm a paving contractor and I'm branching off to asphalt contractor and all these services under asphalt. I'm a paving contractor. I branch off into concrete contractor and I branch off to these pages over here. I'm a paving contractor. I branch off to road construction company, and these are the services I do under road construction company. But I'm still an asphalt paving contractor, and I have all these pages to do with my paving contractor page. And I even have subcategories underneath these pages. So what I end up doing is I built a mini page for this one, plus six, right? Plus five here, six. There's 7 pages there. 7 pages here. That's 14 pages. That's 21 pages here. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, plus another seven. That's approximately 38 pages, 39 pages of a website here. And if you build it out and with the interlinking of all the pages and all that good stuff, once you do that setup correctly, you're going to build out a tremendous amount of topical relevance. You know your shit. You know your shit when it comes to this industry. And this could be done for, like, say, for example, a roofing contractor. I think the main category is roofing. And I think there may be a subcategory of roofing repairs. There's a subcategory for gutter installation. There's a subcategory for water damage repair. You could do that. You could use that category for roofing repairs, like from a storm, and there's a bunch of different little categories. You have to be creative and think about all these categories, build out those pages, and then build sub service pages under those categories. I hope I'm not confusing the hell out of you, but I'm trying to simplify it and make you understand that you build out pages just like this to match your Google business profile. And I've already done it for some of these businesses. Like I said, I've done some on accident. Now I'm doing some intentionally, and I've noticed their rankings and their spread starting to increase for their business, because all we're doing is building the website that Google's asking us to build out based on the services that we picked under our Google business profile, and then the sub-services we picked underneath those categories. So I hope all of that makes sense, and I'm not confusing the hell out of you. I'm trying to simplify it as best that I can, because I know, like I said, this stuff is so damn technical, and I wish somebody would just explain it to me in a nice, simple way, just like I just did right now. Hopefully it was simple. So there you have it. That's what topical authority and topical relevance is, based on my brain's interpretation of it, how I think you should be structuring your websites going forward. And it just blows me away, because I never really saw that Google was actually telling us how to build these websites this whole time. And now that I know what Google's looking for, it's almost like a no-brainer now when it comes to building out a website. Like, say, well, let's just say that I'm a house painter out in, like, Fresno, California. I'd go online and take a look at my competition. I see what categories they've selected. I look in other towns and look at the top ranking websites, what other categories they've selected. If they have like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different categories, I'd select those categories. I'd fill them out on my Google business profile. I'd fill out the services underneath those categories. Then I'd go back to my website and built out pages based on those categories, and then services underneath each one of those. If I ended up having to build out 40 pages, so be it. That's exactly what I would do, and make sure they're all linked out together, which this template shows you how I should link it. If you guys check it out, you'll see how the interlinking works and how you link right back to your pages and all that good stuff. So Google sees the silos that you're building, and you're proving to Google that you know your shit when it comes to whatever the service you provide in your local market. So I hope all that stuff made sense. Like I said, you guys can check out this template. You can check out this link to this website, so you guys can check out the structure of this website. I'll have the PDF for that printout. I don't know where I put that paper, but you can have the printout so you can see how the outline of your website. And if you guys want to do this for yourself, of course, I have my own personal training with this template. I will be updating this soon. I'll be updating the template to match this one, where you guys could use the exact same template, build out the structure. Everything's like pretty much SEO optimized from the get-go here. And you guys could use all this stuff. I have ChatGPT prompts to help you write all the content. All that's good stuff's on there, good to go. And if you're one of those contractors or home service business owners that's just too busy to do any of this crap yourself, I'm more than happy to do this for you. I can build out the website from scratch, or fix any website you got going on right now, using my same templates and my same design, same everything, to get things going for you. All that stuff's in the description below. And if you guys want to see a video I've made recently where I talk about how I think Google's actually telling us how to build a website, you can check out that video right here. It shows you exactly what I was talking about. And that's all I got for you guys today. Till next time.